I typed this message 47 times, but I never sent it. If you're watching this, it means I never had the courage to send it to you. And the worst part is, I still don't know if that was the biggest mistake of my life. Because what I'm about to tell you is how I lost the only person who ever felt like home. This isn't just a love story. It's about timing, distance, and one decision that changed everything. This is Ethan and Maya. They met like most people do, by accident. Books fell. They both reached down at the same time, awkward eye contact, and a moment that felt small, but wasn't. I remember saying, "Wow, okay, I swear I'm not usually this clumsy." And she looked at me and said, "That doesn't make it better." That was Maya. Honest, focused, driven. She was the kind of person who had her entire life planned out. Every goal, every step, every backup plan. And then there was me. I didn't have a 5-year plan. I didn't even have a 5-day plan. I was just figuring things out as I went. And somehow that made her laugh. We didn't fall in love that day. We just noticed each other. But then it kept happening. Running into each other on campus, seeing each other at the same coffee shop, sitting a few rows apart in class. At some point, it didn't feel random anymore. It felt like something was pulling us closer. It started with coffee. Simple conversations, small jokes, nothing serious. But those conversations turned into longer talks. And those talks turned into late nights. And those late nights turned into something neither of us expected. We started talking about everything. Our childhoods, our fears, our dreams. The kind of things you don't just tell anyone. One day she looked at me and said, "You're annoying, but like, in a good way." And I said, "So that's your version of flirting?" She laughed. And that laugh became my favorite sound. Somewhere between those conversations, we stopped being just friends. We became something more. She became the person I wanted to talk to first every morning, and the last person I wanted to hear before I went to sleep. She became home. And for the first time in my life, I started thinking about the future. Not mine. Ours. I remember the night everything changed. We were on a rooftop. City lights everywhere. And I told her, "I don't want to lose you, but I think I'm already falling for you." She didn't even hesitate. She just looked at me and said, "Then don't run from it." And just like that, we chose each other. We weren't perfect. We argued about stupid things, what movie to watch, where to eat, what kind of dog we'd get one day. She wanted a golden retriever. Non-negotiable. I told her I should at least get a vote. She said no. And somehow, even those arguments felt right. We made plans. Trips we wanted to take, careers we wanted to build. A future that felt real. And if the story ended there, this would have been perfect. But it didn't. Because one day, she got an email. I still remember the look on her face. Excited, nervous, overwhelmed. She looked at me and said, "I got the job in LA." It was everything she had worked for. Her dream. And I was proud of her. At least, I tried to be. I smiled. I told her she deserved it. I told her I was happy for her. But deep down, I knew something was about to change. Because dreams don't ask who you have to leave behind. She moved. And at first, we tried to make it work. We called every day. We texted constantly. We told each other we missed each other. But slowly, things started to change. Calls became shorter. Replies came later. Silence became more common. And the distance, it wasn't just physical anymore. It was emotional. We started arguing more. "You don't even try anymore." I'm the only one trying. And the truth is, we were both right. We were trying, just not in the same way anymore. Until one day, she said the words I never wanted to hear. I can't do this anymore. It hurts too much. I asked her, so we just give up? And she said, no, we just stop hurting each other. I didn't know what to say, because part of me understood, and part of me wanted to fight. But I didn't. I just said, I thought you were my forever. And she said, I thought so too. And just like that, it was over. But here's the thing about love. It doesn't just disappear. It stays. In memories, in habits, in the little things that remind you of them. I tried to move on. I really did. I went out more, met new people, pretended I was okay. But every night, it came back to her. So many times, I picked up my phone, typed out a message. Hey, I miss you. I think we made a mistake. And every time, I stopped, deleted it, and told myself it didn't matter. But it did. It always did. 2 years passed. Life moved on. She had her dream career. I had my life together. On the outside, everything looked fine. But inside, there was always something missing. And then, one day, I saw her again, in a coffee shop in New York. Just like that. No warning, no preparation. She looked at me and said, Ethan? And I said, hey. And for a moment, it felt like nothing had changed. We sat down, talked like we used to. Careful at first, then honest. She asked me, are you happy? And I told her the truth. I got used to being without you, but I wouldn't call it happy. She looked down and said, I almost texted you so many times. And I said, yeah, me too. And in that moment, everything we never said was right there between us. Two people, still in love, just too late. I told her, maybe we met at the wrong time. She said, or maybe we just didn't fight hard enough. And maybe she was right. Because sometimes love isn't enough. Sometimes timing matters. Sometimes distance wins. And sometimes you lose the person you were meant to keep. I typed that message 47 times, but I never sent it. And maybe that's the message that could have changed everything. So if there's someone you're still thinking about, maybe it's not too late. Or maybe it is. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Because some stories aren't just stories.